Good Sunday evening, everybody out there. This is Chris. Hope everyone's having a great weekend. This Palm Sunday that we're in, can't believe a week from today is Easter. We're already a third past the first quarter of the new year, and I haven't built a damn thing. But I have all my parts ready on that kit, so hopefully I can get some spoon tests going this week, and then it's primer and paint and all that, and then it's just assembly, and it's not too bad, but still. Anyway, I just wanted to touch on a few things. For those that are aware, yesterday was Mosquito-Con 23 in Wayne, New Jersey, and I attended it, and it was a really cool show. I'll just give you a quick briefing on what took place. That show is mostly military and aircraft and boat. I mean, there's some Gundam and some other stuff, and there's a very small, area for cars. I mean, if you broke it down into four pieces, I would say a quarter of it is probably just cars. Maybe a third, but I know the NNL is coming at the end of the month here, and it's at the same place. That's all cars. And I'm looking forward to that because there's going to be a lot of vendors there. So there's going to be a lot of parts that I hopefully can buy. And I don't have to worry about waiting and ordering and paying stupid shipping and all that nonsense. So yeah, I don't need a lot of kits, honestly. It's more of the parts and the accessories. So, paint and stuff like that. So anyway, it was a nice show. I got there really early in the morning. I'm about an hour and 20 minutes from there. So I left my house at about 6:30. I got there 5 after 8 because it was raining pretty steadily and hard, so I didn't want to drive fast. And I got there and I was the first one there, so it was nice to be there. And they let us in about 8:45, 8:50, and it was a nice show. It was a long day. The show didn't end till I probably got out of there at about 10 after 5, I would say, give or take. And then by the time I drove home and everything, it was a long day. I'm glad I went, had a lot of fun, and it was cool stuff. So anyway, there were a lot of different cool kits there. I mean, I looked at the military and the aircraft and all that stuff, and it's impressive because when you watch them do their building and their weathering and all the little details and all that stuff. I mean, it's fun. It's cool. It's very, it's a shame I'm not into military and aircraft and war and armor and all that, because all those little intricacies I do find fascinating. It's just, it's not a car. And I'm a car guy at heart. But at any rate, it was cool to see. So anyway, if you're wondering what's going on with these two kits in front of your viewing, well, I wanted to see what they had available at the vendor area, and they had again, they really didn't cater much to cars. They had Model Master paints, but nothing I really needed. It was mostly acrylic. They did have some enamels, but it was nothing that I really wanted. I was looking to see if I can snag some of that Model Master glue. That I didn't see. That apparently is like gold. But there was a couple of kits I was looking for, and this one in particular I was looking for. I built this last October. I'm sorry, not the October that just passed, the one before. I did a buddy build with David Shin. And it turned out really good, the kit. I was happy with it. I liked it. But I think that I can just build it better because I think from a year and a half ago, I think that my building skills have gotten better. Now, I'm not going to build this kit immediately. It's going to be down the line. I'm going to do it the same way I did it. I don't know if I'm going to do it in the green. I may do it in a different color, but it's going to be stock. It's going to be all the same stuff, but I just think I could do it a little bit better. There were a few little things that I just wasn't crazy about. The decal work, the paint work, I didn't have 2K on this kit when I did it. I just did Tamiya, and Now that I have 2K and I know how to polish, I just think I can get a much better result. So I want to just do the kit a little bit better and perfect it down the line. And I'll compare the two so you can see where I started with this kit and then where I ended up with. That's kind of my goal. And the same thing with this kit. Uh, this is over 2 years ago. I built this, I'm going to say in 2020. I built it. I bought it's the monogram Revell, but the one that I bought was the monogram one. It's the blue one on the cover, and it's the GTX. And that was, I'm not happy with that kit at all. I mean, there's the clear coat on it is terrible. It looks like there's no clear coat on it at all because it was just, it was not good. I guess that's the best way to say it. I really didn't have much experience with clear coat. When I put the clear coat on, it just kind of absorbed into the paint. I didn't have any techniques, and it's a nice kit, and I did nice work on it, but it's kind of primitive as far as my build quality, and I was never happy with it. I just looked at it and I used to go, oh God, I can't believe I put that on my friggin' channel. But I always wanted to rebuild it, and I know with this Fast and Furious one, I'm not going to do it this way, and I'm not going to build it the same way that I built the GTX on my channel. I did it stock. I'm going to build this one stock, but I'm going to do it a little differently, and I'm not going to use the wheels. I'm going to save the wheels for something else. The wheels are really cool. I'm not really going to use many of the decals for the most part. I'll probably use a little Plymouth decal, but I'm going to do a much better job with this kit. And I have a color picked out, which I was trying to look for yesterday at the show. But hopefully at the NNL, I'll find this color I'm looking for. If not, I'll just order it online. I got no choice. But anyway, I just wanted to kind of let you guys know. I got this kit on for a really good price. It was $20. And this really annoys me. I got this kit on eBay, and it's opened, but it's all complete. And I got it for $19. And so I think with shipping, I paid like $27 to $28. Wouldn't you know it? They had this damn same kit there yesterday at the show for $20, and it was sealed. But you know what? With my luck, if I wouldn't have bought this kit, and I would have said to myself, hey, you know what? I'll just wait till the Mosquito-Con show, and I'll find it. I wouldn't have found it. Because that's just the luck I have. I know it. So, I'm not going to cry over $7. I got the kit. It's fine. It's complete. And monogram kits are good. I like these type of kits because they go together relatively well. There's really not a lot of fit issues. And you can put a lot of detail into these kits. I mean, you can really detail them up. And you can add a lot of, photo etch. And you can add a lot of aftermarket parts. And you can do a lot of different things to this kit where you can take a kit that starts down here. And then you can bring it all the way up to wherever you want to go. And I like doing that stuff. So I already have ideas in my head of what I'm going to do and all that stuff and how I'm going to crucify the kit and all that stuff. I already have exhaust tips that I ordered for this particular kit. Metal, the turned aluminum exhaust tips I ordered. I ordered specific ones for this kit. They're a specific shape that matched this kit. So I already started. I have another decal sheet coming. I have one decal sheet already for this kit that I need something off of, but I have to get another decal sheet somewhere else to get the other stuff that I need. So that's kind of what I'm doing with this kit. And that's really pretty much it as far as how the show went yesterday and, what I'm doing. And the last thing that I really wanted to just mention really quickly is I won second place yesterday. I brought my GTX for the USACC build. I brought my Foose truck, and I brought the Foose Cadillac. And I was really apprehensive to bring them, honestly. I mean, it was down to the last week. I was like, I don't know. And when I bought those boxes, that's when I bought them, but I still wasn't sure if I was going to bring the kits. I bought them in the event where if I ever did bring them, but I was still, I don't know, and I was kind of going back and forth, so I brought them. And that's another reason why I left super early, because I was driving really slow because I had the kits in there. And lo and behold, that box trick that I showed you guys worked perfectly. The kits arrived unscathed, no damage at all, and they made it home the same way. So I was very, very pleased. And I put my 3 kits on the table, displayed them, filled out the entry forms, did all the stuff, and then I just walked to I walked around, looked at the builds, everyone's builds, and then I walked and I found a chair and I sat. I sat away from my builds because there were no chairs around there. There were chairs on the other side of the arena. So I put my builds out and I just left them. And I was with Craig, the MUT modeler, and he's a judge. And I saw him for a little bit, and then we chatted for about a half hour, and then he went to do his judging. And then after the judging, he came over, and we were chatting again for about, I'm going to say a good hour and a half. And I'm glad that I'm friendly with him. He's a really nice guy, very, very down to earth. He's not pretentious. He's not obnoxious. He's nothing like that. He's just a nice person. And it's hard to find just plain nice people that don't have an ego and don't have all the nonsense that I'm trying to stay away from. So anyway, we were talking, and I packed up my builds because I had a long trip, and he said, you can pack your builds up at so-and-so time and then come back and do the judging. So I had to tape my hoods down, and I had to tape certain things, put the kits, and then I had to go outside, put them in my car, and then I came back in and the judging started. And I honestly had no idea I was going to win. I honestly didn't. And then they called me towards the end. And I walked up to the guys and I said to them, I said, are you sure this is for me? I said, is there some mistake? And they went, oh, no. They said, we don't make mistakes here. They said, this is yours. Job well done. Great work. And that was on the GTX. I thought if I had a shot with anything, and not to discredit the GTX, I thought the Foose truck would win because I had more engine detail and it was a little more custom. So I really don't know what the criteria is as far as what they look for in judging. I had this preconceived notion that they'll pick up a kit or they'll look at a kit and they'll look at every nuance and say, nope, there's a little flaw with that kit. We're going to move on. But when I was speaking to Craig yesterday, he said every single kit has a flaw. Every kit. And we know that. He said, so we don't look at the flaws and go, nope, it's got a flaw. Sorry. We look at them, we take them into consideration, but we look at the other stuff. And I honestly don't know what the criteria was with my GTX. I never got a straight answer. But to be honest, it won. I don't know, all the particulars, but it won. I just wanted to share this with you guys, and I just wanted to say if anyone is apprehensive about putting a build out at a show, do it. If anyone follows me and knows me, they know for the longest time I was apprehensive, and I don't think that my builds are, all that stupendous, but I won yesterday. I won second place, and I was really knocked out, and it's humbling. It's great. It feels good. I'm still gonna do my same stuff. I'm still gonna build, and I'm still gonna do all that stuff. I'm certainly, not gonna, change from the way that I am. I'm just surprised I won. I just wanted to share it with you guys. So, hope this video finds you well. If I don't speak to you guys, have a happy Easter, and I will speak to you soon with progress on that 32 rat rod. Have a good night, everybody. Bye-bye.